Welcome back to Inside Boxing's Throwdown. My name is Steve Johnson. My co-host is Radio Troublemaker Martinez. Okay, we want to start off this first segment, finishing up where we picked off on the first segment. We're getting to the main event of yesterday's HBO telecast at the StubHub Arena in Carson, California, where Gennady Triple G Golovkin defended his WBA, WBC, and IBO middleweight titles against Martirosyan. Really, I think we can make this real short. I think, first of all, let me say that Roy Jones, Jim Lampley, and what's our third guy? I'll think of his name in a minute. But anyway, those three, they just made a mockery of the show last night. They started off, and I actually had to turn the volume off. They started off pumping up this fight, how it was going to be this great fight, and that he was the perfect person to step in. Martirosyan hadn't fought in a year and a half. Vanes is, at a time was a very capable fighter, but he's done his damage and now he's on his way out. But I'll just say this: the fight afterwards, the fight interview actually said all you needed to know. Triple G said that in that first round, that Vanes hit him a couple of times, good solid ones, and he said after that, he said, okay, this second round, it's time to let's go. And once he decided it's time to let's go, he put it on him.
All right, now let me go ahead and recap the fight a little bit, okay? Because this was actually for as long as it lasted, it was actually an entertaining fight. Okay?
Oh,
we're not gonna waste 10 minutes talking about amateur boxing.
Here we go.
And then
here we go.
And fighting with pillows.
You have the floor.
Pillows that want to fight because they don't want to get hurt. They want the safety is more important than following the rules. Okay. So anyway, I was surprised that Vanes came in. He came in big. I mean, he was actually much bigger than Triple G, and it was noticeable when they first came into the ring. And I'll tell you what, he came in and started off with a jab that was just, it was a beautiful jab. I mean, he came in, he's jabbing, he's keeping that Triple G at distance, he was landing that jab, and it was the first round actually. He won the first round. Without a doubt, Vanes won the first round. Okay, hit him. Then he caught Triple G with that right hand, which knocked Triple G back. Made the eyes water. And boxers, you know how it is when you get hit in that nose, man, and that eye starts to water. And that's exactly what happened, because you can just see it in Triple G's face, man. He went back to the corner. His eyes were watering. The nose was red. He got tagged.
That was at the end of the first round.
Yeah, at the end of the first round. Okay, go back to the corner, and Abel, whatever his last name is,
Sanchez.
Sanchez.
His name. Okay. You know his name.
He went in there and told Triple G something like, take your time, box, be smart, whatever it is. Don't get in there and don't get exchanged or something. Whatever the case, man. Triple G just ignored everything he said.
He really did.
He ignored everything Abel said and says, step aside, man. You give me mitts when we're in the gym, and that's what you're good for, okay? Because he went in there and that bout for the second round rang, and he came in and he pinned them damn ears back, and he can care less what Abel wanted him to do. He went in there and he says, no, this ain't gonna happen this way, okay? You're not on my level, and let me show everybody that you're not on my level. And he proceeded to just batter and beat and knock the heck out of Vanes, and showed him that he was not even in that league, and put him out, 30 seconds into the second round, and then all the chaos started with the commentators, Roy Jones, okay, and Bubble Eyes Kellerman,
Max.
His name, okay, Max Kellerman. He started off. Roy, you were disqualified when you hit someone when they were down on his knees.
That's all Roy needed.
And that's all Roy needed. And Roy took it off. He got them eyes dark and the eyebrows went down. And if that was me, I would have been disqualified. Yeah. But you look at the replay and you look at it on slow motion. Okay, he was going down. He was trying to stay up. It was questionable when the knee hit the ground. So as long as the guy is up and he's trying to stay up, then you put him down, okay? You watch that in fast motion. Now, if you watch it in super slow motion, then yes, maybe the knee did hit the ground before he got hit. But you watch it in fast motion, referee's right there watching the fighters. It was nothing like when Jones took advantage of hitting someone when his, I think the guy that Jones hit was actually not on his knee. I think he was laying on the damn cabin. Okay, so
Maybe
we can put that to rest. Okay.
Hey, listen, man. He's on one today. I'm telling you, he's on one. You see, I'm just letting him go because, hey, man, we got some bigger fish to fry.
But let me tell you, that fight lasted a minute. I mean, 1 round and maybe 30 seconds in the second round. And that's what boxing is all about. That's what we as boxing fans want to see. We want to see conflict. We want to see hidden. We want to see people in there fighting for pride. We want people in there fighting because they fight. You know, we don't want to fight with big 20-ounce gloves saying that it's the safety of our things. Okay?
We knew where he was going with this, but here's the bottom line. The mismatch, the total mismatch last night between Triple G and with Vanes Martirosyan went exactly the way it was supposed to go.
It did.
You know, he went in there, and I think Triple G was probably prepared to carry this fight for a couple more rounds.
You make a good point. I think he was.
But when Vanes hit him, and he said afterwards, he said, man, he hit me pretty good. And I said, it's time to go get him. And he went and got him. Now, that wasn't going to happen in the fight with Kelly Reese and Cecilia Breakers because they're 2 world champions. See, there's a big difference. That's like if Triple D's fighting Canelo. Would you think that same thing would have happened? No. He's not going to dominate somebody who's another a former or even a current champion. They're going to fight. So get off that. Just leave that alone. You don't like the women boxing. I'm going to make sure that all these women boxers know that you don't like women's boxing.
There's a lot of women boxers out there I like.
Name 2. Name 2.
Okay.
That you like.
And records.
Stop.
I'm just saying records don't have nothing to do with it. I like the women boxers that go in there that take their sport serious and they go in there for pride and stuff like that.
Let's name current.
Okay.
Current.
Victoria Cisneros out of New Mexico.
Oh, please.
Okay. She gets in the ring and she fights.
Man,
she gives it 100%.
She's seen her better days.
She's not worried. She's not worried about fighting in pillows. And she'll fight anybody.
She's not a
factor. That's what you need in women's boxing.
She's not a factor.
Okay. You got Nono out there in Florida.
Nono's no longer a factor.
She'll get in the ring with anybody and she'll give it 100%.
I love Nono.
That's what you want.
She's no longer
There's no restrictions and there's no special rules that they try to put together in a match, okay? No, let's fight with big gloves, okay? Because the safety of our safety is more important than boxing. Well, if your safety is more important, find another sport.
Are you insinuating that this fight with Breakus and Reese there was some shenanigans as far as the gloves?
Oh yeah, you didn't hear about it? They decided not to fight in 8-ounce gloves because they wanted to fight in bigger gloves because their safety was more important than the sport. Okay, so they actually both elected to fight with bigger gloves. Okay, so special rules. Okay, you take them. So what I'm saying is, if you're not going to fight and abide by the rules in boxing, then find another sport. Go to MMA.
Other than Claressa Shields, name 2 other female boxers that you like.
Claressa Shields, of course, she's boxing. She is women's boxing right now.
No question.
You got the girl that fought on the undercard, wasn't televised. What was her name? Katie. Another one that's very serious.
Katie Taylor.
That's another one that's very serious about her sport. Okay. You know what you saw last night. I don't want to talk about that because we already wasted a whole session. But they don't do these girls any justice that get into the ring and give it 100% for the sport that they love. Okay, now.
We'll just disagree. Let's move on.
The Triple G. Let's talk about. Okay, what's next? Are they going to make that fight with Canelo in September? Yes or no? Is Canelo going to eat more cow beef or Mexican beef, or what's going to happen? I mean, or is this guy's going to find a reason and all that? They're going to find a better masking agent so that he doesn't get caught before September. Or what's going to happen?
I think that's the fight that everyone wants to see.
Yeah.
So I think it'll probably happen. It's a dangerous fight for Canelo, and I have to say this now because if he loses, all of these insinuations of him being dirty for a long time, it comes to fruition. He'll never escape that.
Good point.
Okay.
Good point.
So I don't know if they really are going to be aggressive. I imagine that Oscar's been very quiet about it lately, and I think he figures that something's going on. But you tell me, what do you?
Well, the key here is Canelo really is unable to train for a September fight.
Yeah.
Don't forget he's had the knee surgery where he had whatever was wrong with his knee, but he had the knee surgery, so he has got to recuperate from that. So 10 seconds, and the thing about it is can he really train
as he'll need to.
As he'll need to for Triple G. Now Triple G, he actually took a fight. Now, regardless of what fight, he actually took a fight, and his skills are staying sharp. Mm-hmm. His eyesight's staying sharp in an actual fight. He's been training. He trained for this fight, so he's going to probably take a week off or so and continue training for the September fight. So he's going to be on. Okay, Canelo probably won't be able to actually start training the way he should for another month.
You know, that's why I said it. Oscar's been very quiet lately, which is not about like him. You know, we could go on some things about Oscar, but we'll leave that for another time. But the bottom line is that I agree with you. September for a fight, Canelo, they might not want to take that. They might not want, and if they do, Triple G would be such an overwhelming favorite that
he almost has to take it, Steve.
He almost has to take it. I'm looking at you like that. I kind of
he almost has to take it. I mean, his hands are tied. I mean, right now, him and Oscar don't look real good in the boxing scene.
Not at all.
So he has to take that fight. So whatever he has to do, he has to suck it up. Now you got to remember, on the last fight, he lucked out. In my opinion, he lucked out by getting the draw.
Okay, everybody was.
So in this fight, he needs to make a decision. Okay, he needs to make a decision. Him and Oscar, and I know Oscar would throw him in there and get the fight because it's all about money.
Yeah, that's true.
But Canelo, you know, he don't listen to anybody. He's his own man. So whatever he decides to do, we'll hear about it in the next month or so.
Hey, real quick, we're gonna come back and for our third segment, which is our open topic, we have a really nice open topic to talk about. And there's some things that have gone on with amateur boxing that we're going to focus on a little bit, and it might be interesting to you. So,
and don't let me forget, I want to talk a lot about Dana White getting into boxing. That's going to start some rumblings. Okay, so be sure to come back and watch us on this next topic, on this next segment. And Steve,
as we do with every episode of Inside Boxing Throwdown. Hands up, baby.